It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in for what has been an amazing week and an incredible Friday. Thanks in part to Zakes Bantwini, who is just one of the coolest guys, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You know, we've kind of known each other for a long time. I'm old, man, so I've known you through many phases.
Before tattoos.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shows how long it's been, dude. You know, when you start having kids, you want to feel as young as you possibly can, you know? Buddy, so all the love to you and your beautiful family. I hope things are going well on that front. But I've got to talk to you about the musical journey now, because we've seen you kind of take a couple of different directions, and a few years ago, obviously, taking on the role within Sony's A&R department, in fact, executive head, which is, you know, a lot of musicians, they need a background or a grounding in music, but you took it to a whole different level. You know, how did that inform your music and where you've taken your career? What was that part of your journey like?
I think it was actually maybe investing in the future, because I know that I'm not going to be on stage forever.
Yeah.
And one day I would like to run a very successful company like Sony Music does run its own company, you know, and also just to get to understand what's happening there, you know, what really makes them, you know, sustainable for so many years. You know, the digital world is here, but they're able just to transition real quick, and they're always in the front line of business. As for me, I wanted just to check that out, and also, obviously, to put South African music, you know, to prioritize our music, you know.
And Durban seems to be all about that. I mean, we've seen in the hip-hop scene what having that collective approach has really made for young artists coming in. But there's lessons to be learned that are often missed, and you see it in football, especially in South Africa, where guys, they've got an unbelievable talent and they think that's enough.
Yes.
But you've got to create the gaps for yourself. You're never going to have a boss as a musician. You've got to do it yourself, essentially.
Definitely, man. I mean, for me, because I think my journey started at school, which is something that I always encourage musicians, because maybe the perception that's there, or the narrative says that you don't need school. When you have talent, you can be successful. And my journey started at school. You know, I studied music first, and then in my last year, then I opened my company, then signed my first artist, you know, then signed another artist, then myself, you know, then Sony happened, then studied social entrepreneurship. So I'm really about that. Like, it's like we have to grow in the music industry, and as a person, as a human being. I mean, we're dead, you know.
And it's amazing how long term you become when you've got a child.
So you obviously have to bank in the future, and also just make. It's the reason even why my music, like I always make my music so that when my kids grow up, you know, and listen to my songs, I don't wanna be like, yo, what did I do here?
Yeah, but
I just wanna be proud of the music that I put out all the time.
I mean, I reckon he's going to be your biggest fan ever, man. And then just very quickly, the new album.
Yes.
What's that been like, kind of putting together a new body of work?
Yeah, Love Latin Music too has been very exciting, because the last album I released was 2013. So it was like 4 or 5 years difference. So to go back after Sony, to go back to the studio and really making this body of work was amazing. And I think I saw a gap in terms of I don't hear love songs anymore on radio. You know,
not in this channel, not in the Kwaito channel.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, yo, listen, let me. You know, it's Love Latin Music. It's the second installment. You know, Love Latin Music 1 had Wasting My Time, Bam Bam, Clap Your Hands, so many songs. And this one, you know, boasts with hits like Bang Bang Bang, Choose the Best of Love, and the one that I did with the late and the great Hugh Masekela.
Wow.
You know, called it The Dancing Trumpet. I mean, such a beautiful album. There was no pressure. Like, okay, cool, no pressure. I've been around for a very long time. I'm making this album for the global market, man, because for me, I wanna perform everywhere in the world.
It's going to happen, Brian. You're going to win that Oscar. You're going to win that Grammy.
Yes,
it's going to
come.
Win
an Oscar as a best music, music director.
Loving the album. It's so Zakes. It's got all of your flavor, brother. But there's some class there, just like with you, man. You're an absolute gentleman. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Love you, dude.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely love you. Now I think it is a Friday, so we got some official duties to take care of.